Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you how to download and use PCSX2. Now at first it will be a bit confusing, but I'm going to show you guys what you need to know, how to use it good. And also before we start the video, I just want to say happy holidays to everybody, and without further ado, let's start. So first of all, you need to click latest release. I'm going to leave all the links in the description. Click the first one, click save, and then open it up once it's done. Then once you're in it, just click normal installation, click next, and then something will pop up. I can't show it, just click yes. And then once you get that done, just keep going on. And then since I already had it installed, I just had to click OK, and then it'll start. Uncheck where it says run, and then just click finish. And there you go. Now we go to the next part, which alrighty, the next part isn't too hard. We just gotta go to the BIOS website. Now I'm gonna warn you, this does look pretty sketchy, but trust me, you will not get a virus. I've been using this BIOS for a while now. Now just click download and go to your file explorer. Now go to your desktop and drag the file down to it. Now I kind of had an extra one up in my desktop, so I had to delete that. Now I do recommend you have 7-zip, but it really doesn't matter. Just create a new folder, drag PS2 BIOS into it, and it doesn't really what you name it. I named mine BIOS and drag it into there. Now this is where 7-zip comes in handy. You right click it, go over the 7-zip and extract here. Now I think Windows has one by default, I'm not sure, but 7-zip really comes in handy. You just do extract here, and it'll extract everything in the folder. Now you can exit that out and go to PCSX2, and I used to have it, so it asked me that, so I just click overwrite, go to next, and uncheck allow default setting, then click browse, and then go over to your desktop, click the folder, and then select folder, and then there you go. Pick what region you live in. I live in USA, so I'm gonna pick that and click finish, and there you go. Now we are ready to show you guys how to use PCSX2 and set it up. Alrighty, and so the next step of setting up PCSX2 is getting a game. Now the reason why I'm saying this is so we can set the graphics right to where your PC can run it well with 60 frames at least, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna help you guys set up that and try to find the sweet spot for your PC. Now there is a lot of websites that you can use, but this one in particular is my favorite. Like, it has a very big selection of games. Most of the time the ISOs work. ROMs, I don't even know what you call them, to be honest. But most of the time they work. And, that's why I like this website. So, I'm going to just download a random game, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. I'm going to download this. And then I'm going to show you guys how to set up the graphics to where your PC can run it well. Alright, so I'm kind of setting up mine as we go too, because I recently restarted my PC back to Windows 10, but anyways, so after your game downloads, this is what I recommend you do. So you want to go in your folder, and right click your desktop, click new, and then add a folder. I recommend you name it whatever you want, it really doesn't matter. I named mine PS2, I got one over here. So then this is what I usually do, click on the WinRAR file and drag it over to your file. Now, it usually takes a minute depending on how big the PlayStation game is, or, whatever you're downloading, and I'm going to speed this up just so it takes a bit faster. Alrighty, and there we go. It's finished. So, now that it's added to your file, we can go on PCSX2 now, and then go to CVD, ISO selector, browse, go to desktop, and then there you go. PS2 file, and then there's your game. Alrighty, and so now that we got a game to kind of see where our graphics are at, we can finally start setting up. So just a heads up, there's really no right settings you gotta really do. It all depends on your PC and what game you're playing, because different games need different settings. A lot of times the settings work with any game, which my settings I use, I don't really get frame on any games. Now, what I usually do is I put this above 2 or above 1, and then I put this one over here, on 2 or above 2, whatever. There isn't really anything you need to mess with over here, But just in case these settings aren't working for you, just try the presets. Like there's different presets, you know, they're safest. Just look through here. Like if you hover your mouse over it, it kind of tells you what it does. A lot of the time, these settings do work with all PCs, you know. It worked with my last laptop whenever I used PCSX2. It was still pretty decent. And yeah. And so over here you can go to GS window. What I usually like to do is fit the windows so you know it fits my whole screen, and then default to full screen. So like whenever I open a game, it automatically goes to full screen. And so those are really all the settings you mess with. And just in case mine don't really help yours, I recommend you just go in the game and kind of just mess around with the settings. It's not going to take a while though. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the next thing you kind of want to go to is over here, hover over video again, and then plugin settings. So I usually just put mine at Direct3D 11. I put mine as my GPU just in case you don't have a GPU though. Just do default default hardware device. Jeez, I can't talk. And then right here is your graphics. So if just in case your PC cannot handle like over 1080p, just put it at you know, native PlayStation 2. You know, just see where your PC likes. But a lot of games do kind of get glitchy if you do put it above 720p, because you know PlayStation games aren't meant to be over, you know, 720p 1080p. But a lot of games do look pretty good at that, which, you know, the game Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, it looks great. So I'm gonna just put mine in 1080p just to keep it at default, or not default, but you know, kind of low. And then I'm gonna just click OK, and then there we go. And also there's this really cool thing called Turbo, where it's in video. If you go back to Core GS, it's called Turbo. Now what this does is whenever you press the tab button on your keyboard, it speeds it up by that amount %. So let's say for example, if I wanted to like get in the game a lot faster and use Turbo, I'm gonna put my thing at 100% and I'm gonna be loading my game like really quickly. But you know, you gotta press tab again so your gameplay isn't, you know, really sped up. But yeah. Alright, so we're finally able to see how our game's looking, see how the graphics are looking, the frames and all that. So if you haven't already, make sure you select your ISO, you know, whatever game you're going to be playing. And then you got two options over here. You got boot ISO full or boot ISO fast. So the first one just boots it up with the PlayStation, you know, the boot up screen. And then the boot ISO fast just gets it straight to the game. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to show you guys a quick montage of me playing the game, checking out the frames and all that. And yeah, let's do it.
Like these little Cybermen of yours aren't nearly as powerful as you made them out to be.
Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if it helped you out. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and peace out.